Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's BDF44 coming at you with another video. Okay, so I'm trying to figure something out. This is basketball stuff again. We're back on it. So I hear that the Pelicans are looking to possibly move Lonzo Ball. One of the destinations I've heard about is the Clippers. They had a little package going on. Not really sure who's involved, but it was a couple players, pick or something like that. You know, I wasn't really certain if the trade was something that the Warriors would be interested in, looking at the package, but the Pelicans are looking at the package, but hey, and the other team is the Warriors. What I'm trying to figure out is, why the hell does the Warriors want Lonzo Ball? Clippers, definitely, that they should be trading for a point guard. That's exactly the direction they should be going in. They need a pass first point guard to bring some cohesion to an already very talented offense, and they're playing great. And I think that would be a good fit for Lonzo. I really do. I've heard some other Laker fans laughing about it. That's not funny to me. Lonzo Ball going to the Clippers makes them a significantly better team because what it gives them is another defensive point guard. They already have a defensive point guard, obviously, in Patrick Beverly. But now you have two if you get Lonzo. So I think that's the move to make. And if you're a Clipper fan, you should be excited. Yeah, Lonzo's inconsistent. Yeah, Lonzo's made of glass, but he still has a lot of upside. He's going to get better from here. And like I said, you guys need somebody who's just going to pass the ball. I've been saying that for a long time. So, unfortunately for the Clippers, they just got hit with the COVID protocol, whatever. So even though they're on like a 6 or 7 game winning streak, they're going to have to sit down for a couple games. Very, very unfair stuff, but those are the cards they've been dealt. So we'll see how all this plays out. But I do think that Lonzo to the Clippers makes a whole lot of sense. Lonzo to the Warriors makes no sense. None whatsoever. Zilch. 0 sense at all. I hear that the Warriors, well, I guess I should phrase it this way. The Pelicans are interested in Kelly Oubre. I don't know that the Warriors are interested in moving on from Kelly Oubre, but in order to appease the Pelicans, that's who it's reported they have interest in. I wouldn't have a problem giving up Kelly Oubre if I'm the Warriors, if I'm getting back something that makes sense. Kelly hasn't found a home in Golden State, and quite frankly, I think Golden State needs to start thinking about what it is that they're doing. And I made a video about this a few weeks ago, but it just seems to me that they need to make a decision. Okay, make a decision. If you're going to go in the direction of the kids and build around Wiseman, then you're going to have to be honest about the rest of the players that you have, your legacy players. Bringing in Lonzo Ball is not what you need nor what you want. You have a lack of shooting at this point outside of Steph Curry, the best shooter of all time. Klay Thompson's not going to be back at all this season, and the other players on this team are just really, really good, serviceable, pick and plug type of players that can fit on other teams. So you have players that people want. Go get yourself some cohesion, but first make a decision. That's all I'm saying with the Warriors. If you're going to do the legacy thing, you're going to do, keep Klay and Steph and Draymond together, then give Wiseman an opportunity to go somewhere else and get you a win now piece. Give him a home, a foundational place for him to play. Because you guys, your natural state is to shoot a bunch of threes. And although he can stretch the floor for a big man, that's not the way you want to develop him. That's not what's going to get him a $100 million contract in this league. He's going to have to learn his post game. He's going to have to really, really, turn into the offensive dynamic center that we expect him to become. So I don't know that he can't become that with the Warriors. And I'm not saying you must move Steph Curry, but what I'm saying is your timeline doesn't fit either one of those scenarios at this moment. And bringing in Lonzo Ball for Kelly Oubre literally does absolutely nothing for that issue. What I see is a Golden State Warrior team that's making bad decisions. Okay, that's what I see. They're not making good decisions in the front office. The team is actually playing pretty good. They're doing the best they can. I don't think Steve Kerr's done anything wrong. He looks pretty good. You keep his job, but they need to make better decisions with the roster. Kelly Oubre was an interesting pickup, but he hasn't fit. Okay, you're looking to move on. Great. Bring in something that makes sense. Lonzo does not. So that's what I got to say about the Warriors. They're playing well. They've gotten it together, and I think looking to make moves to get better is the idea. So being in a trade discussion is a good thing, but Lonzo ain't what they need. Not even slightly. What are you going to play behind Steph Curry? What does that do for you? Lonzo is an orchestrator. This is the problem that I have with a lot of GMs and guys in the front office of basketball teams. A lot of times they don't really know who the hell their players are. They are. And they bring players in to do certain things that don't fit what it is that they do. Lonzo Ball's type player needs a ball in his hands. Why? So he can give it to somebody else who can score. That's his purpose. That's what he does offensively. If he scores, you're happy. You know, if he gives you 10, 12 points, you're happy. If he has one of the big games, wonderful. But the best thing Lonzo can do for you is this: rebound, play defense, and make sure ball movement is crisp. That is his purpose. An orchestrator. What part of Golden State Warriors roster needs an orchestrator, bro? Steph Curry is an orchestrator and a shooter. You don't need that. Now, does he help you defensively? I think he can, because you know Steph Curry can't take on some of these assignments. We know that he never was be able to guard some of these greater point guards. But so you're gonna move Steph to the 2? Are you gonna have them switch back and forth between defense playing the 1, and then you're gonna have Lonzo switch off and guard the 1 while Steph guard the 2? That doesn't help you. Like, what are you doing? It's basically the moral of what I'm trying to say. That there's no part of that makes any sense. Clearly you have a point guard. You don't need a point guard. And I think it's very obvious that they have a point guard. So as far as I can tell, that's just a bad landing for him. But what I'm saying, I guess, to bring it back to them making bad decisions, is I'm thinking about the D'Angelo Russell acquisition. Same thing. Like, what the hell did they need D'Angelo Russell for if they had Steph Curry? D'Angelo's a point guard who shoots, kind of does things that Steph Curry does. Why did he need to play with Steph Curry? And it wasn't a home, and you moved him on. Now you got Kelly Oubre. Okay, he started off slow, but he started to get it together. He's playing defense for you, and you're ready to move on from him. And what are you going to do? Bring in another point guard? I mean, it just seems to me that the Golden State Warriors are being exposed as not the greatest front office right now. That's what it looked like to me. You know, some teams have been able to get away with old good decisions that have still carried over until now. That's what it looks like has happened with the Golden State Warriors. They long stopped making good decisions. They just still have the superstar talent. So it is what it is. You know, if they were doing what they were supposed to do, they would be able to withstand Klay Thompson's injury a bit better than they have been able to. If they were doing the stuff that they need to do to keep their team crisp, to keep young, fresh talent on their roster, to make sure that they have pieces that are cohesive and fit. If they were doing all of those things while they were winning championships, they wouldn't have fallen off so bad just with 1 or 2 injuries. I'm sorry, they wouldn't have. If they were the dynasty that we believe them to be. So from what I'm seeing, forget the last 4 years. Over the next 4 years, it doesn't look too good for the Warriors, because the players that they have are getting older, and they're failing to put pieces together that makes sense. So, you know, them adding Lonzo Ball to this thing, it's just going to reiterate what I'm saying. So if they pull that off, we will see. But I'm hopeful that Lonzo Ball probably end up with the Clippers, honestly. I think he wants to be in Los Angeles. I think it's a fresh start for him. He fits what they need. And I think they're not going to be able to pay him crazy money, but I don't think he's going to put himself in a position to earn crazy money. So I think he'll be able to get paid with the Clippers as well. So as a Laker fan, I'm not a fan of that situation. But as far as the Ball boys and for what it is that they got going on, as a fan of them, I think Lonzo needs to be home. He needs to be home. I think he wanted to be in LA. He was hoping the Lakers would be that team. We got hijacked by LeBron James, and he brought us Anthony Davis, and there was no place for a guy for any of those young fellas. So in a perfect world, sure, Lonzo has a place with the Lakers. But Laker Nation, for the most part, is down on Lonzo. They don't believe in him like I do. And, you know, it's a good thing for him to have another team in LA for him to go play for. So, you know, I think it's a good fit. I think it's what he should want. I think it's what his family should want, personally. And that's coming from somebody who hates the Clippers. And you know this. I hate them. But I can be objective as an analyst and see what's best for a player. And put all that crap aside. So it's a great fit for him, and it's a great thing for their team. They need to do this. So yeah, that's what I got. My name is BDF44. I'm gonna get back to work, and thank you guys for watching. Peace.